Guys, I'm Nayantara Rai reporting for ET Now. 2021 is going to be the year when the Indian startups and unicorns came of age and headed to the Lal Street. You've got an IPO rush, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes from this space. You have Paytm, which is planning the country's largest IPO, about $2.5 to $3 billion around the Diwali time. You've got Zomato, which has already filed the DRHP, the draft red herring prospectus, with the market regulator for an issue size of about $1.1 billion. In the weeks to come, you're going to see other unicorns also head to D Street. For example, you've got Policy Bazaar, Nykaa, Delivery. They're all planning it. MobiKwik is planning it. And I'm sure many others also will get to hear about in the days to come. So the multi-billion-dollar question is, how will the Lal Street value all of these IPOs? All of them are loss-making. So it's going to be something new for the public markets in India to start valuing loss-making companies. I think we all know how the traders, the analyst community, retail investors, how they look at the stock markets, the stocks, and value them. They have a very traditional model of where they look at the bottom line, they look at the earnings forecast, EBITDA, all of that. It cannot be the same lens that they use for the startup community. They're all loss-making, right? So if you'll have to change the lens. It's as simple as that. So that's how you have to value them. Even if you look at America, Amazon listed on Wall Street in 1997. It had a net loss of $31 million. It took Amazon 10 years before it reported its first profit. In 2020, Jeff Bezos, the man who started Amazon, in the 2020 letter to the shareholders, talked about creating a massive value, wealth creation for the retail investors, an astronomical figure of $1.6 trillion. So it took Amazon 10 years to deliver a profit. Do you have to wait for 10 years? The thing is that Amazon listed pretty early on in its journey, so you can't say that, let's say, for Paytm, Zomato, etc. Plus, all these names I'm talking to you are the category leaders, right? So we asked experts, what are the lenses that are needed for valuing the startups? And I'm putting it all together after conversations with so many of them. First up, you've got to look at unit economics. So the startups don't look at the consolidated profit after tax, etc. These are companies which are betting on growth, spending money on growth. That doesn't mean they should burn cash excessively as well. It's got to make sense as well. They have to have a road to profitability. So you have to look at unit economics. So in the case of Zomato, for example, its unit economics was in the red. It was at negative 30.5 rupees in the financial year 2019-20. It has improved that and entered the green in the third quarter of this financial year, where it's at a positive 22.90 rupees. So it has trimmed the fat. If you look at Paytm also, Paytm is going in for its IPO after trimming the fat. It's cut its losses from 3,959 crore rupees in the financial year ending March 2019 to about 2,833 crore rupees in the financial year ending March 2020. So they're all trimming the fat. So that's one important metric that you have to look at. You have to look at the competitive advantage. You have to look at the market which is being captured and which still has to be captured, because that's where your growth is going to be, right? Then you have to look at the repeat user rate. Okay, you've got this company, you've got the users, you spend a lot of money getting them. Are they coming back and using the product and services? That's going to be one very important story to look at. Customer acquisition, and then the cost of retention and the average spend of the customer. Like I said, these are companies which are growing really, really fast, using all kinds of crazy technology to get you, and you are spoiled for choice. Are you going back to them? What does it cost to go back? How much are you spending on those product and services? And marketing initiatives making sense, the kind of freebies they give, the kind of discounting that is offered, and all of that. You also have to look at the kind of spends that they're doing for R&D and to basically, because that's going to be a hint of, okay, this is the revenue today, but what's the future revenue streams? You have to build and create new revenue streams, right? So these are some of the metrics that everybody on the Lal Street has to get used to. I'm guessing in the weeks to come, we're going to see the markets, get more familiar with all of this. And we at ET Now promise you we'll be right on top of this. It's going to be one of the biggest stories of 2021, the IPO rush by Indian unicorns and startups.